Welcome to Networking Squared with Jerry O and Al Crawford. Grab your coffee, hang out for an hour, and learn from their business experts. Now, here are your business squares, Jerry and Al.
Good morning and welcome to Networking Squared. Jerry O here. Glad to be behind the microphone, and I didn't bring my headphones in today. I'm just wearing earmuffs. Al, what about you, buddy?
Okay, it's 9 degrees. Are you kidding me? 9 degrees? Come on. I need spring, man.
Yeah, well, I see that you need spring. One of the big things we have today is I noticed you're in your tiger wear today.
Yep, I'm all bundled up and ready to go. As soon as the show's over, my wife and I are heading down to Comerica Park for Tiger Fest.
And where's that going to be at?
At Comerica Park.
Outside, inside, what's going on?
Unfortunately, a part of it is outside, so it's going to be a little chilly there today.
So you're going to run the bases? Hopefully you don't get stuck to first base.
No, they have that all cordoned off. You can't go in the field.
Oh, you can't get in the field?
No.
Oh, well, I'd want to go out running around on the field. But, hey, it's all a very good thing. And you were at the auto show?
At the auto show yesterday, we were there for a few hours during the day, and man, what a great show. It's so much better than last year. I was amazed at the displays were just dynamic, and it was a great crowd. It was a great show.
I've seen pictures of you in a Cadillac CT something or other.
Yeah, the CTS coupe was pretty bad.
$70,000?
$70,000, that's it, man.
And they let you sit in it.
Yeah, not for very long.
That's what I thought. Hey, we got a regional mixer coming up, and we got a lot of stuff going on today. We've got an excellent CPA, and I know that we have a no acronym zone here. But Al, what does CPA stand for, Mr. Genius?
That is Certified Public Accountant.
You really are a smart guy. So, no acronyms, but we're going to go ahead and use CPA a lot today to save time. We've got a regional mixer coming up. In how long?
It's on February the 17th.
So for the Networking Squared fans, if you want to use some of the tips and some of the things that we have talked about, we would like to give you a free ticket to get out to the Local Business Network mixer. And how much is that ticket, Al?
$15.
So it's a $15 ticket. We can get that to you for free. We would like for you to contact Networking Squared. How would they do that, Mr. Crawford?
Well, if they're a fan, obviously on Facebook, they can let us know on their fan page, or they can contact me directly at 586-883-5838. And the mixer is, we use the term mixer, but I think expo is a term that a lot of people are comfortable with. It's where you're going to have different vendors displaying their wares, and then obviously it's something where we're going to have the general public there as well. And it's a great opportunity to see and be seen by a lot of small local businesses.
And how many people do you think might be there in attendance?
Typically, we see about 300 plus.
So 300 plus people. You can ply your trade about your business, pass your business card out, meet some people from Local Business Network. Usually, what's the mix there, Al, between people that are part of the networking group and not?
Recently, we've seen it about half and half, and you don't have to be a member of Local Business Network to have a table. So if
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you want to have a display table, we're more than happy to let you do that, and you can display right along with everyone else.
That is pretty amazing.
Yep.
And we're going to have chambers. They're always there. I always see chamber people there, don't I?
We have a lot of chamber representation, and we've been making a lot of appearances lately at chamber functions too. So.
And when you say we?
Local Business Network people.
All right. So Local Business Network people are tied into the Chamber of Commerce. They are not competition. We work in concert together. So if you heard us talk about networking, being involved in a local business network or being involved in some kind of networking group, you should always be and also be involved in a Chamber of Commerce, because that gives you your local presence.
Right. Our take on this is that instead of being subjected to just one group of people every week, have a lot of different options. Have your knowledge, the fact that you're an expert in what you do, make that available to a lot of different people. And the more people that understand what you do, the more opportunities you're going to have.
And Networking Squared will be there. So we'll be walking around, giving people tips, talking about the radio show, talking about Local Business Network, talking about Facebook, LinkedIn. I just think it's going to be a very busy talking day. What time does that start?
It's from 8 a.m. until noon, and then there's actually a 2-hour luncheon afterwards that Tim Green from Referral Institute is going to be our guest speaker, and he does a great job. So I'm really looking forward to that, and so people are going to welcome and encouraged to stay for lunch.
That's a great thing. Networking has been a very integral part of what Al and I have been involved in. We got a chance to go down and meet with Harry Jarvis from That's Life Entertainment Detroit. That is going to be a web-based entertainment show featuring local acts and all of the stuff that's going on for bands and entertainment and all the stuff. It's going to be on a Sunday night, web-based. Harry, we got a chance to go down, sit in the studio, and it looks like Networking Squared is going to have a part in that.
That was a great meeting. It was a lot of fun, and wow, some dynamic, high-energy people. I think between the 5 of us, I think we could have probably ran a small city with our energy for a while.
It was a fun meeting, and that's going to be That's Life Entertainment. And if you want to get on the web, they have or on Facebook, don't they have a fan page?
Yep, they do. And I think it was That's Life Entertainment.
That is correct.
That's the fan page.
Also, you can look up Harry Jarvis, and he is a Specs Howard graduate. So we look forward to working with them and getting our faces on television. Can you imagine that?
That's why I'm on this diet, Jerry. I definitely got to drop some more tonnage before the show starts.
Well, our engineer's shaking his head going, no, you guys do not belong on television. So What Brian Bolesky does not know is we'll probably take him because we don't go anywhere without our engineer. He is a part of our show, and we appreciate that very, very much. Hey, Comcast. Everybody heard of Comcast, right?
I have, and that's what I use for my cable as well.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So let's see. What else is going on? You want to talk about Comcast?
Yeah, sure. One of the things that we've been reaching out to our listeners is looking for sponsors of our show, and Comcast has stepped up, and for April, they're going to be sponsoring our show for the entire month. So we welcome that, and if you'd like to be a part of that, we would love to have you, and would love to spotlight your business on our show as well.
It's a great thing. We appreciate Comcast coming on board, and we're going to be working with them. They are now part of the Local Business Network, and we appreciate that very, very much. Hey, you know what? We talked about cell phones last week, didn't we, Al? Actually, we talk about cell phones every week. Actually, not cell phones.
Smartphones.
Smartphones. I have somebody else was coming. They had another terminology for smartphones and then for the other phones, but I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty funny. We talk about smartphones, but even with your cell phone, have you called your own cell phone lately and listened to your message? And if you were in business, I want to know if that's how you want to be presented.
It's a pretty numbing thing to think of. People, they do all this, spend all this money, spend all this time to get people to call them, and then you finally get your voicemail, and it's horrible. Or the box is full, and you can't even leave a message.
Oh, don't even start on me on that. Okay, listen, I emptied my box this week, okay? So now, if you want to give Jerry Olson a call and talk about Local Business Network, or you'd like to talk about Networking Squared, 586-615-4201. My mailbox is open.
It's about time, Jerry. That was again a pet peeve that was like nails on a chalkboard for the last few weeks for me there, buddy.
I know. Well, I eliminated messages from August, if that means anything to you.
Wow, yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So I want you to call up, get your phone after the show, of course, and see what your message sounds like. And is that the professionalism that you want projected on your phone? Because that may be the very first contact that they have.
One of the things that I did that has really, really helped me is that on my voicemail, I added the fact that you can text me. So if you have the ability to receive texts, leave that as an option for people. It's a great, great way for people able to get a hold of you very quickly. You can respond. And there's that person that maybe you really don't want to have a long, drawn-out conversation with them, but you can sure as heck text them.
All right. We are on Facebook, and if you want to send a message while we're on the show on Facebook, we love to hear that. We like to get Facebook messages while we're on the air. Also, if you're interested and would like to call in or you have a question, 1-800-923-9385, and we're here every Saturday morning. Write that number down. We're always willing to take some calls and see what's going on. Al, the best way to post on our Facebook is what?
Let's go to our fan page. We have it wide open for our listeners. It's Networking Squared. Join. And the really, really cool thing now is that thanks to Colin McConnell, we actually have the ability now that you can actually click on our fan page and listen to the show live.
I think that's what your wife's doing today.
My wife is in the studio listening to the show in the other room right now.
So I can't wait to get our critiques. So we have Donald Strom coming in, a CPA.
Certified public accountant.
See, I knew we'd get all messed up.
See, I wasn't ready for that, Jerry. Thanks, man.
I'm sorry. So we have Donald Strom, CPA, and he's out of Ann Arbor. Also a proud member of Local Business Network. He will be in studio. We're going to be taking maybe a couple of calls. We're certainly going to give him the interview to find out what he is all about. It is now tax time. Oh, boy. But you know what? For the Donalds of the world, they love this stuff, don't they?
This is their time, and it was something when we had first talked about him being on the show, I was really excited because there's so much information that people need, and they need somebody like this guy to help them.
Okay, we've got one big question I have for CPAs, and as we drive around town, would you like to have somebody handling your taxes that has somebody dressed up in a costume out on the road waving a sign, or would you like to have a super professional taking care of your taxes because of all of the ramifications with the feds? We are Networking Squared. Mr. Crawford, always a pleasure being in here, and we're going to be right back.